Hello there. Hello there, everyone. Today's a bit different than most days. Um, today is well, today is a bit of a difficult day. I'm not going to be playing anything. I just wanted to have a small little chat with you here. So you may or may not have noticed quite some time from my last stream. As I said in previous streams, I am well. There was a death in my family recently, and it happened about 2 weeks ago, and that was why 2 weeks ago there weren't a lot of streams. I streamed, I think, twice in that week. It was not a fun week. And last week, there was the funeral and the wake and the burial. And quite frankly, because of all that, I knew I needed to be there with my family. I needed to be at these events, and they were not where I live. So I needed to travel, and I needed to be there for my family. The trip was, let's say, more eventful than we were expecting. There was additional medical emergencies of certain family members. And, well, other than that, things went pretty well. It was a beautiful service. It was a lovely funeral and wake, and the burial was, of course, heartbreaking. All of it was heartbreaking. Uh, but I really did need to be there for my family. And as I said, the week ended up being even more stressful than what we were anticipating. And we were anticipating a not very fun week. So when I finally did return home and then had to work yesterday, I honestly had not really fully emotionally recovered. I still have not really recovered. But dealing with my own emotions and then trying to be there for my family, physically, emotionally, everything, it it drained me. I'm not a very social person. My social battery is very, very limited. And well, I was drained physically and emotionally by the end of that trip, and returning to work, I was even more drained. As you might know, again, I believe I've spoken on this before, that my job has been, while it is a good job, it is a respectable job, and it is probably one of the best jobs that I will ever have. The tedium of the daily grind eats away at me. It hurts. And I know that's a, quite a basic bitch thing to say, but it's true. And essentially, because I had taken off for sickness earlier in the year and everything, I basically had to take days off without pay, which is never fun. None of this was fun. And returning to work, I found that the things that I had left for, someone else to do I'd laid out specific things that, if there was ever a lull in the day, these things could be done. And basically, no one even looked at those plans. The person who was supposed to come in while I was out, they did show up, but it seems like they just never even really entered my office. So all of that work went to waste, and of course, the work that piled up while I was out needed to get done and still needs to get done. And basically, what I'm here to tell you now is that I will be returning to streaming. I know that means almost nothing to anyone at this point. I have one follower here on Twitch and one subscriber back on YouTube. Thank you to the both of you. I appreciate it. I really do. And I will be back. I do plan on returning to streaming. Hopefully tomorrow. But truthfully, as I said, I'm really not back to full mental health at the moment. I honestly haven't even really dealt with my family members passing personally yet. I I've been there for my family, and I've worked hard to be there for them. But in doing so, I really didn't have time to self-reflect and see how I was doing. So that may need to happen for me in the next several days, and I may not stream for the rest of this week. But with all that said, there was not a day that I was away that I didn't think about streaming. I didn't think about what I would do when I got back, and how I would uh, how I would do different things, and what I wanted to do. I know that I want to continue doing Kingdom Hearts on Mondays, and I've decided to do The Force Unleashed or whatever Star Wars thing we're on Tuesdays. I'd like to actually put out an actual schedule for people to see on my channel. I want to commission an artist to actually get a decent drawing of me up on the screen. I know that I currently am probably the worst looking thing you've ever seen in your life. Um, but of course that's going to be its own process and everything. So all of that, um, and really, I I really want to get back to it, but currently, with my current mental health state that I'm in, I don't know that I can at the moment. And the thing is, I've gone through worse. I have gone through worse and come out on top. So you don't need to worry about me. I I know everything that I need to do. I have gone through these things before, worse things, and I have gotten through, and I will again. This is not the last you will hear from me. I promise you that. In fact, I honestly, I was thinking of doing an actual game stream today and doing this little chat beforehand or after. Um, but every time I was about to hit that start streaming button, I hesitated because I hadn't done it for a while and I was scared. And it, as soon as I made the decision to just do this, to just have this little video, little chat, it became so much easier to press that button. because it no longer became me trying to entertain, trying to be fun. Now it is me just talking to you, just speaking to you and knowing that that's all right. Basically, I kind of wanted to break the ice again. Just dip my toes in a little bit, just a little bit. And now that I have, honestly, I kind of want to pull up some kind of game and start playing it, but I know in my heart that uh I really need to keep making myself all right. Um it's been a very hard time. It's been a very hard time. And I know many people can relate to that. And I just didn't want to go any longer without at least addressing the fact that this is not a dead channel. I'm not gone. I am going to be back. How soon? Honestly, kind of depends. Tomorrow might be a bit of a difficult day, and Thursday as well. Friday might be my first return, but basically, I didn't want to just come back like nothing had happened, because a lot has happened. A lot has happened, and really, I just needed to get a little bit of this off my chest so that I don't need to speak about it again. But also, again, I really wanted to just break the ice to make sure that you knew that I am still here and I'm not going anywhere. Because I'm back and I am here and I will be streaming again. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after, Friday, next Monday, I don't know. But it's going to happen. You can count on that. And I'll see you then, hopefully. For now, I have been Vorgoro. You have been amazing. If you're listening to this still, thank you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And, well, make sure that in the same way I'm trying to take care of myself and make sure that my health is good. You take care of yourselves. Make sure you're doing all right. Because it doesn't help anyone to just fake it and just keep moving. Sometimes we need time to heal. Sometimes we need to actually rest and make sure that the breaks in our body, in our hearts, and our minds are fixed, are repaired, and that we're ready to move on. So thank you. You take care of yourself. Bye.